We on? Live?
Yeah.
Flip it around right quick.
My hand shaking so bad.
Hey y'all. Things have gotten real hectic. So I'm about to call the woman who is the actual owner of Unspoken, and though we're not trying to target anybody, but she's verbally told us she gave Wendy the okay to move Diamond in particular to Maryland. So I'm about to call her now. I know she had just called my phone, but it went like we got disconnected. But I could have sworn I heard old Wendy in the background. She sounded really agitated. So just wanted to catch this conversation on live since we didn't catch the other one. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Call him. Can't get out of y'all. I gotta go.
Okay. I'm just gonna give them a call real quick.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kimberly. You just called me, but we had gotten disconnected.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was my granddaughter.
oh, okay. So what's going on with the
I
dogs?
have no idea. All I know is it was relayed that the rescue should call you.
Well,
There's,
what?
I can't do anything. They're not my dogs, for one.
There are dogs.
Well, I
Technically-
can't help you at all, really, except get in touch with the people that have them.
So
And I've been trying.
why
And I told them to call you.
why aren't we able to why aren't we able to contact them ourselves? We would like to be able to contact them.
They won't give me the information either. So.
But I know that like there has to be some sort of paper trail when we move the dog from one facility to another. So wouldn't we just be able to look back into our notes or our files and just, that way we don't have to, because we don't want to keep bothering you. We don't want to keep
From a rescue to a rescue.
right from one rescue to another. So there would have to be some sort of something that would state that dog from one rescue to another, right?
I don't know what even to tell you. Because I told them, I'm like, guys gotta do something.
Right. But you could just tell us who has the dogs, and that way we could, go ahead and pursue our.
Don't tell me the rescue address. I just know the first name of the person is Jan. It's a rescue that's very well known to Rocky Mount people. So, I don't know what to say.
So you don't have the name of the actual rescue group?
No, because other people took care of it. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is that they're up in New England.
When I don't mean to keep asking the same question. I know I hear you when you say they didn't tell you, but like, who did you contact? Because
I'm gonna have to talk to you in a little bit. I have someone from Rescue calling me.
Oh,
right now, actually.
Okay, well.
So I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
First of all, I just want to point out that if someone from the rescue team called her and told her that she was on live, that's totally lame. But it's also fine because this is not, we're not trying to do anything to be spiteful or mean or to gain popularity. We want people to understand what's happening here.
I just want my dogs back. Just send my dogs back and won't none of this be going on.
Right.
That's
it. And for them to have made their way across state lines when the
multiple state lines.
The rescue group, this rescue group in particular, they had knowledge that these dogs had owners since September the 5th.
No. Oh yeah.
Since September the 5th. And then when Boykin she actually spoke to Boykin today.
Yeah. He said he was gonna contact them and contact me, and still ain't nobody contact me. Ain't nobody hit my line about nothing.
And then Michelle has stated that the rescue group that the dog is with now was supposed to contact us, but we still haven't received any information or any calls whatsoever. So that's the reason why we continue to go public, and that's the reason why we continue to share everything, because we don't understand what the big secret is. If there is nothing more going on than people trying to make sure that these animals get to loving homes,
just send them back home.
Then send them home.
I've had Diamond for 7 years. So I've been doing something good because she's been here 7 years.
Right. And with this, we've learned a lot, and we have shared a lot of what we learned with you, so that we can be better pet parents. So it's really thank you, Amy. We really appreciate that. Because it's really hard. We're simple pet owners, and that's the term that I have given us. We are simple pet owners, as in, a mechanic. He knows everything about cars. He can tell you everything about a car. I can tell you that a car has 4 wheels, 2 to 4 doors, got an engine in it. People know when they study more. So the fact of the matter is, Diamond had heartworms. Okay. We know that that's serious, and we know more about it now because we've learned more. However, we thought we were doing the right things when we went to the local Tractor Supply and gave them their 5 and their 7 and their 9 and their 10-way shots. We had no knowledge because we didn't. This wasn't our main hobby. We didn't fully educate ourselves on all the ins and outs of all the dangers of dogs. We just thought we were doing the right thing by making sure they were vaccinated. But see, now we know there are things that still need to be covered, and we know proper procedures on, exactly the right way to take care of our dogs. So with the love that they already had, why can't they go home with love plus knowledge? We don't understand what the problem is. We don't understand why it's such a big secret that we can't simply know the name of the rescue group. I'm not understanding how the foster mom is facilitating all these movements, because then that would make you a dealer. And in order to be a dealer, which would be making any sort of decisions to sell or adopt a dog out, you're going to be considered a dealer. And once you're a dealer, you need a license to do so. Otherwise, none of the things you're doing is actually any valid whatsoever. No more than a street transaction between one person to another. So, I'm not sure what's happening, but, we're not going to give this up. And we told Wendy that day one. We weren't going to let it go, Wendy. And she laughed about it, actually. And we're still not going to let it go. We want the dogs home, and not only do we want the dogs home, but I am determined. I'm going to shed some light on you, because I don't feel like what you're doing is all at the best of heart. I think there's something else, to it. Otherwise, you would simply return the dogs. Who wants to go through all this trouble? Who?
And why?
Why? What? Why? Because you're saying the dog had heartworms, and she had, and we allowed her to have puppies. Mind you, one of the puppies were lost with her, for people who don't know the background. One of the puppies is Layla. She's the other dog we're fighting for, and she was taken in by Lizzie's Lodge. And Lizzie's Lodge, they are... What?
Nobody responded through them.
Yeah,
no, not
hard.
one soul.
Yeah, it's really hard to get through to them. So we don't even have this much knowledge, and that's the other reason why we keep going forth with you guys, so that you guys could help us possibly find any information about Layla. And her picture is listed in this group so that you guys can see what she looks like. And if you guys know anybody that has her or has seen her, or any sort of trail that you may find to her, you let us know. But in the meantime, we are hot on the trail with Diamond. So we are making progress. Not only are we making progress, but I love the knowledge that we're gaining. And I know that there's a lot of other people in this same situation. This woman has never heard of another pet parent trying to come and get their pets. But we have.
Exactly.
But the reason why she hasn't is because she allows her foster parents to facilitate the movements from dog to dog. So now you're not 100% sure as to what's going on. You don't know where the dogs go. I'm assuming that you probably don't know the amount the dogs are going off for. So I'm not trying to point fingers and say that someone's being dirty, but it could be simple as, you know, a lack of communication, a real big lack of communication between one party to another. And at the end of the day, anybody who has a pet, you have a pet, and guess what? That's like your baby. You're going to make sure he got something to eat. You're going to make sure he got some toys. You're going to make sure he's good. You know when he's sad. You know when he's happy. And guess what? You wonder about your dog. I know that dog probably, I know little Missy Mousy over there in the trash. I done left home too long. You know, I got to get back. You know, you worry about them. Now that they're not here, you know, we worry. Wait, she's in a whole nother state. A whole nother state. So now we got to go with their guidelines, because it's just a process, and we don't understand what the profit is that they're gaining to have this much go on. But we really thank you for hearing. Yes, definitely. The support has been real. If you're in Rocky Mount and you see the red car with all the colorful paint on it, honk for support. Honk for support. That's us. We have a lot of things in motion. We've been researching our buns off, so we have a lot of things to bring to you within these next few days. Any other contact that we make, we're gonna be live with it. I don't know what's going on, but
we're trying to find out. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
They come home.
We want them home. Not only that, if anybody here is scrolls through the page, we're gonna do some revamping of the GoFundMe so that it better shows you guys what is on what's on the budget list. So, just bear with us on that, but please support, because that pet consultation,
$250
plus how much an hour?
$400 an hour.
Okay, so it's not cheap. It's not cheap. And no, we're not gonna sit here and say we're rich, because we're not. So we need your help, and we really appreciate the support again, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.